Hey guys, hopefully my sound is working. I've been technologically challenged today for sure. So coming on a little bit early, want to make sure I get a market update out to you guys because today at 12 o'clock, I'm actually going to be going on a webinar, doing a webinar to show people how to run numbers in today's market. Because if you're in, especially the Houston and surrounding areas market, the real estate industry or market has definitely been changing. Well, definitely for the last 2 years, but certainly this year and especially the last few months. Right now, as of data from last week, there are 103 real estate major metropolitan areas with home prices falling, home values falling. Houston's one of them. Sure, there's pockets of Houston where there are people getting list price offers in, people getting multiple offers in. Number one, it depends on what the property is priced at. Number two, it depends where the pricing bracket is. And number three, depends on the area. So that's not all things considered. When you look at the grand scheme of things, whether you're looking on a national level or a local level, the real estate industry is definitely experiencing a slowdown and has been though since 2022, which I'm going to go over some numbers with you in just a few minutes. But today's webinar is going to be at 12 o'clock. It's going to be live. I'm going to be showing you guys how to run numbers in today's market. So if you're a real estate agent, definitely jump on the webinar. It's for any real estate agent, broker, whoever you are. It's literally just to help you learn how to price homes right now because pricing is critical. There's a pricing strategy. There's pricing brackets that you have to go into, all things like that. It's going to be at 12 o'clock. I'll go to probably 1 o'clock. You can register at thelistingcourse.com. That'll send you the Zoom link when we go live. And then if you want me to run numbers for you on a certain property, if it's an area that I know, I can definitely do that for you as well, as long as we have time. So pay attention to that. I'm going to go through this quickly because I want to be on and off here fast so I can get ready for the webinar. The market that we're in today, interest rates. I just looked at interest rates. So if you're not following mortgage news daily, that's where you should be checking interest rates. The ARM, you guys, an ARM, which is an adjustable rate mortgage, is at 5.85. Of course, that depends on your credit, your down payment, all of that stuff. That's an amazing rate. It's not 4%, it's not 3%, but we haven't seen those now since early 2022. So this is October 2025. Like, get over it. That was then, this is now, right? 5.85 is a great rate. That's a 7-year ARM, meaning it's fixed for 7 years. Then you can refinance. You can refinance at any time during that 7 years. If you choose not to, then it'll adjust at the end of the 7 years. There's also fixed rates at 6.1. Like, we're hovering around 6.1. There's rates being done all day long for 5.75, 5.9. So there is opportunity, a huge amount of opportunity out there. We are in one of the biggest and best buyers markets we've been in since 2019. Actually, in some areas, it's been over a decade since we've seen numbers like this. And when I tell you that 103 markets are going through falling home values, that doesn't mean the sky is falling, and that doesn't mean we're headed into any kind of a crash. We're not. It's a housing affordability crisis. That's what we're in. That's what we've been in. Interest rates have been higher. They were a lot higher. Homeowners insurance, and especially in Texas, Florida, and California, super high. Property taxes, if you're in a property tax state, high. Like, inflation, high. Everything high. So that's the problem that we're in and have been in. When you look at the data for the states leading the nation in housing inventory, home values sitting are Florida and Texas. Houston, Dallas, Austin. Austin's ahead of Houston and Dallas. San Antonio is ranked the 4th because, of course, it's not as popular as the other 3 major metropolitan areas, but it also shows those areas are likely to rebound faster, right? The smile states, the ones that I'm talking about, naturally, if you have homes that are sitting and inventory stacking, naturally, sellers, if they need to sell, they're going to likely reduce the price. And then as sellers actually sell their homes for a reduced price, that is a trickle-down effect. So then your neighbor's house, when they need to go on the market, it may price similarly to what your home sold for. So it's all relative. It's not that the numbers are falling, and it's not that the sky is falling. The market's recorrecting itself. In many areas, there was an over appreciation because of COVID. That also was years ago. So things take time to redirect themselves, recorrect themselves, and become more of a balanced market, which is what you're seeing right now. Homes, I've got some stats I'm going to show you. So if you're a real estate agent, get ready to take some notes down so you can have these numbers for you. But if you look at a national level, buyer activity, especially right now with interest rates lower, we are seeing an uptick in activity, but we're also in a government shutdown. So now you've got people that aren't getting paid. You've got people that are like, hey, maybe I'm not going to have a job. Like there's like a lot of different things going on in the world right now. Those things affect people's spending. They are going to hold back. They are going to just stop if they're thinking about making a big purchase. A lot of times they're just like, no, not right now. I'm not going to do it. All these things have to be considered. So when you're looking at the housing market, sellers are like, why isn't anyone coming to my listing? Why isn't anyone coming to my open house? Why? These things matter. All these things that are going on right now matter. And so we've got to look at all of these things as a whole and be able to have conversations with our buyers, with our sellers, and notice, like, is this a good time to buy? Is this a good time to sell? What is your home actually worth? In the Houston area, in Harris and Fort Bend County, homes are selling in the last 90 days for 95% of what they're listed for. Does that mean they're overpriced? Maybe, maybe not. We're going to see during the webinar that I do at 12 o'clock. Here's some quick data for you, though. Because I started thinking, I was like, you know what? It's October 2025. Let's go back 5 years. Normally, historically, October is usually a pretty good month because the misconception out there is that the fourth quarter is a bad time to buy and sell real estate. And that's not true. It's actually an amazing time to buy real estate. Your closing costs are going to be a little bit higher because that's like you're going to have to pay property taxes and all of that stuff. But you're going to get an amazing deal, especially if you're going into new construction. Right now, on a national level, new construction overall, if you're in an area where there's new construction, a lot of them have 11 to 12 months of inventory. They don't want to carry this debt into the new year. So fourth quarter, an amazing time to buy new construction. You should be looking at that. If you have a home to sell, perhaps you should price it slightly under market value so you can capitalize on actually getting your home sold right now so you can take advantage of this amazing buyer's market that we're in right now. So you've got to be able to weigh these things out and see what is the best opportunity for you and what should you do and when should you do it. A lot of people get end of year bonuses. A lot of people want to move during the holidays so that they're in before the new year, as for school purposes or whatever. Tax time, there's all kinds of reasons people buy in fourth quarter. So it's a great time. So historically, October and November are pretty good. Data on the Houston and surrounding areas. Okay. I want you to listen to these numbers. In 2020, in the month of November, in the month of October, there were 9,287 sales that month. Average days on market was 47, and we had 2.3 months of inventory. That was 5 years ago. Okay. 2020, October, 9,200, basically 9,300 sales in the month. 2021, COVID, it went down. There were 8,703 sales in the month of October. We had lower inventory, though, 1.8 months of inventory. This is the Houston and surrounding Houston areas. 2022, listen to this. Remember, interest rates started climbing in June of 2022. Data from October, for the start of fourth quarter 2022, sales in that month, 6,641. Down almost 23%. So in 1 year, it went from 8,700 sales in a month to 6,600 sales in a month. And then 2023, 6,300 sales in a month. So in that 2-year period, just in Houston alone, we had 2,000 less home sales in the month of October. That's huge. 2024, it crept up to 7,100. And I don't have the end of October yet, right? Because it's not the end of the month yet. That's Friday. But September's data showed 73, almost 7,400 homes sold in September. So we're up. Not where we were in 2021, definitely not where we were in 2020, but we're up. Days on market, 55 days on market right now, but we have double the inventory. We have 5.2 months of inventory in Houston and surrounding counties on the market right now. Double what we had in 2020 and 2021. Double, more than double actually from 2021. So if I'm a seller and I'm looking at that data and I'm like, what is happening to our market? Well, number one, during COVID, we had this massive appreciation that was unseen and unheard of. And we had only 1.8 months of inventory here in the Houston market. So you could price your home higher and it would likely sell, because the pricing strategy tells you that if you have less than 2 months of inventory on the market, you can price your home between 5 to 10% over market value and it will still sell, which is exactly what happened during COVID. Flip the data. Now we have 5.2 months of inventory on the market, and we have homes sitting on the market, have been sitting. So buyers are weary. Sellers are weary and they're accepting lower offers. So homes are selling, obviously, because you hear the data. They're up from last year, the amount of homes selling, but home values are not sitting still, right? Because buyers are getting great deals right now on properties. So if you're a real estate agent and you want to have a conversation with your sellers, number one, in 2022, data shows, I just read you guys the data, that the effect of interest rates climbing that began in June of 2022 by October of 2022. So June, July, August, September, 5 months. 5 months later of interest rates climbing, massive decrease in home sales. 23%. That's pretty huge. So what should you do right now? Number one, if you're a real estate expert or a real estate professional, you need to become an expert. So you need to be studying the market like crazy. You need to know how to run values, hence get on the webinar today at 12. Thelistingcourse.com is how you register. If you're a buyer, get with your lender or immediately and get out there and find homes. You're crazy if you're not buying right now. Absolutely crazy. Like, what are you waiting for? If interest rates come down, which they're likely going to come down this time, and then possibly again in December, that's what all the data shows. What are they going to come down? A quarter percent? Like, what do you know what that does to your payment? It maybe saves you $8, $15, depending on what your price point is. Why are you waiting? That is nothing. You should be out there looking at homes, making offers, buying deals. There's deals out there all over the place. In every pretty much state now has inventory, every state across the nation. And if you're a seller, like, what should you be doing? Well, it depends. If you're looking to buy and then sell, you should be pricing sell then buy. You should be pricing your home to sell, taking advantage of this market because their buyers are out there. You just have to price your home right, and it has to look amazing. It can't look like a piece of crap. Nobody wants a piece of crap. Investors do for 70% of what it's worth, but the buyers don't. So buyers want a home that's move-in ready, and that's what they want. Make yours look amazing, price it under market value. It will likely sell as long as you're with the right real estate company. And if you're looking to buy and to sell then buy, hurry up, because again, we're in a great buyer's market. When will it end? I don't know. Reach out to me for more info about data. If you want me to run value on your house. If you're a real estate agent, you don't know about these things and no one's training you, definitely reach out to me because I can help you with that. And if you're a real estate agent and you want to run values live with me today at 12 o'clock, which is just about 25 minutes from now, thelistingcourse.com. Make sure you go register and rise and thrive, you guys, because remember, together we rise, together we thrive. Bye, y'all.